Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Card of the Day here on PKMNcards.com. Trick Shovel. Alright, so this is a new one. We usually don't get new cards, but this is a new one. Let's see, we got an item card, Trick Shovel. Look at the top card of either player's deck. You may discard that card or return it to the top of the deck. Two interesting notes about this card. In my last video, I talked about the Water Gym, which was, for those of you who didn't watch the last video, it's a tournament that's held every year in Washington by one of our TOs at their house. They have a pool party, and you always have to build decks based around water Pokemon or some kind of water gimmick, because the idea is you're swimming in a pool, and it's a fun time. One of the most fun tournaments of the year, actually. But anyway, the decks are usually 30 or 40 card decks, and so in recent years, things like Trick Shovel have been really big. There's a basic Pokemon, a water type that does, I think it just does for one energy, it does 10 and middle top card of your opponent's deck. And last year, everyone was playing full playsets of that card and Trick Shovel and just kind of trying to aggressively mill your opponent. Because you start with 30 cards, you play, I think it's 3 prizes, you draw 7 cards for your opening hand, you're down to 20 at that point if you put out 3 prizes. So 2 Trick Shovels, because that's the playset. I think it's 2 or 3 in 30 card decks, and then you can get them back. You play the milling card. You get those off a couple times. It can be a real threat. Secondly, there's been a lot of talk about Durant coming back and expanded, because it has things like, for one, there's no last handers trump card anymore. That's the big kind of news. But also Trick Shovels around. Durant has Shield Energy now, and I'm not sure if it's going to come back, but it was one of my favorite decks when it was in Standard. It doesn't have quite the same power, and if you guys want, I can actually do a video covering it, because I think it might be okay, but it definitely doesn't have the same power level that it used to. But anyway, people think it's going to come back, and Trick Shovel is going to be a part of that, and if it does come back, Trick Shovel will definitely be a strong part of that. Just getting able to look at the top card of your opponent's deck and then choose to mill it or not is really interesting. Additionally, you can look at the top card of your deck. You wouldn't do that in a normal situation. Like, you wouldn't play this deck in a normal situation, but if you're already playing a Durant deck, I'm sure there might be times where you do that. You just look at your deck and kind of determine what you're going to draw and try and fix your draws as much as possible. So that's definitely a card with interesting uses. Probably too low of a power level to really be able to do much, but certainly an interesting card. This has been your Pokemon card of the day on PKMNcards.com. My name is Kenny Wisdom, and thank you for watching.